Earth is now peaceful. Nature has revived, medicine has cured deadly diseases, and humanity is exploring unknown planets, entrusting students with the search for extraterrestrial life.
Max, a young astronaut, starts another mission, but suddenly, an asteroid hits his spacecraft, forcing him to make an emergency landing on an unknown planet. As he steps out, his shuttle explodes, leaving him stranded. With no communication, Max decides to explore. The planet resembles Earth, and Max hopes to find help. Instead, an indigenous inhabitant captures him in the forest. To understand their language, Max uses a translator capsule. The local, named Zeph, hands Max over to authorities, who use a helmet to project his thoughts onto a screen and begin an interrogation. In another room, Corporal Gas is tasked to escort Max to the capital. Suddenly, a strange signal makes everyone chant the guard's anthem. As they pass a tower, its base explodes, causing the structure to collapse. Gas gets trapped, but Max saves him. Rebels, who are enemies of the state, were behind the attack. The two men continue to the capital on foot. In the capital, Wanderer, the head of special research, tells his subordinate Fank to bring Max to him. The prosecutor also hears of Max and wants information on him. The tower defense system is about to be activated, and people prepare differently, like the prosecutor clamping a stick between his teeth. Fank has a seizure, and while soldiers help him, Max escapes and wanders the city. Meanwhile, the rulers of the planet, known as the Unknown Fathers, gather for a meeting. Max enters a cafe where he defends a waitress named Rada from harassment. She thanks him and turns out to be Gas's sister. After taking her home, Max fights a street gang and impresses her. She invites him in, and soon, Gas returns. Max learns about their world, realizing Gas and Rada's beliefs are shaped by propaganda. Rada believes their planet is hollow, with no sky or space. Gas tells Max about their government, Saraksh, ruled by the Unknown Fathers, who supposedly protect the state using defense towers. Gas helps Max join the Guard, and Max's skills impress him. They often argue about politics, and Gas admits neighboring states hate Saraksh because they were once one united state. Max and Rada grow closer, and Max talks about Earth and his family. Soon, Max is ordered to capture rebels, identified by their seizure-like fits. Max saves the captain from an attack, and the captain regrets capturing rebels, who he now sees as normal people. During interrogations, Max realizes the rebels aren't terrorists, but people with ideals. Fank informs Wanderer about Max, and soon, the prosecutor orders Max to execute rebels. Max takes them to the execution site, but sets them free instead. He then tells the captain about Earth's fair system, and in response, the captain shoots him. Gas is ordered to report the incident. Meanwhile, the Unknown Fathers discuss creating a pretext for war, like a tower attack. Rebels rescue Max, who survived the shooting, astonishing the doctor treating him. He reveals the Unknown Fathers hypnotize people with tower radiation. Twice a day, the towers transmit radiation, causing pain to some, including the rebels. Max joins the rebels in a mission to sabotage a tower. Despite losses, Max destroys the transmitter. Seeking refuge, he tells Rada everything, but Gas refuses to believe him. Guards storm the apartment, arresting Max and Gas. Max, now in prison, meets Zeph, also a rebel. The Wanderer demands Max from the prosecutor, who wants assurances his own secret won't be exposed. It turns out the prosecutor is also resistant to the tower radiation. Max and other prisoners are sent to clear old war robots. The prosecutor finds out Max is immune to the towers and tries to bring him back. Max tells the rebels they need to destroy the central control instead of just individual towers. Zeph argues the tower's radiation makes people believe government lies. The rebels feel agony from it, but it doesn't control them. In the south, mutants are unaffected by radiation. A tank approaches, and Max takes control of it, deciding to find allies among the mutants. Gas joins, and they head south. Max tells Gas the truth, which Gas believes after experiencing freedom from the tower radiation. They reach a mutant village, where they meet the Duke, the local leader. The mutants are too weak to fight, but they suggest seeking help from the island empire, though they must cross contaminated lands. The Duke gives them an old bomber. During the flight, the tower radiation affects Gas, making him obsessively loyal to Max. They collide with a tower and are shot down by automated defenses, but survive. They find an abandoned submarine filled with horrific evidence of prisoner experiments. They see footage of executions carried out by the island empire, making it clear an alliance is impossible. Returning to shore, they are captured by a coastal patrol. War has started, and like other prisoners, they are sent to the front lines. The Wanderer, seeking Max, orchestrates Rada's escape to lure Max. Max and Gas reunite with Zeph on the front lines, and during a battle, Max decides to save his friends, leading to a confrontation with Gas. Max fights off attackers, but Gas dies protecting him. Wanderer takes Max in exchange for Rada's safety. The prosecutor meets Max in secret, suggesting he overthrow the Unknown Fathers by targeting the central control. He gives Max the coordinates to activate radiation that will suppress everyone, making them easier to control. Afterward, he wants Max to eliminate the rulers and promises to help rule the state with Rada by his side. Max, with Zeph, embarks on the mission. He reaches the control center, activates depression mode radiation, and people collapse across the country. Wanderer realizes what's happening and chases Max. Max sets off a bomb at the center, destroying the main transmitter. People regain their minds, and chaos erupts. Max finds Rada in a cryo chamber, but is stopped by Wanderer, who reveals he is from Earth and came 20 years ago to assist the planet. Angered, Wanderer blames Max for destroying stability, foreseeing chaos, famine, and war. Max counters that he will fight to prevent these outcomes. They clash, but Max insists on building a new society without slavery. Rada joins Max, and despite the destruction, they both stand hopeful for a better future as Wanderer looks on, smiling.